My name is Alex, and I used to believe that love was the foundation of everything. If you gave your heart to someone, if you trusted them completely, they would cherish that trust and never betray you. That was before I met Emily. I wasn't born into wealth. Everything I had I earned through years of struggle, long nights, and endless sacrifices. My business was my life, and by the time I turned 30, I had built something I was truly proud of. I had a beautiful apartment in the city, a car I loved, and the financial stability I had dreamed of since childhood. But I was missing something, or so I thought. Then came Emily. She was breathtaking, with a smile that could light up a room and an energy that made everything feel more exciting. From the moment we met at a charity event, I was captivated. She was charming, intelligent, and seemed genuinely interested in me, not just for what I had, but for who I was. For the first time in my life, I felt like I had found someone to share my success with. We talked about our dreams, our ambitions. She told me she wanted to start her own fashion business, and I admired her passion. She spoke of marriage, a future together, a house by the lake with a garden where our children could play. I believed every word. I thought we were building something real. I thought she loved me. I was wrong. Looking back, I see the red flag so clearly, but love has a way of blinding you to the truth. At first, it was just little things. She loved luxury, fancy dinners, expensive vacations, designer clothes. That didn't bother me. I wanted to spoil her, act like I wanted her to feel special. But as time passed, the small indulgences turned into bigger ones. She started suggesting that I enjoy my success more and endeavor that I should loosen up, spend without thinking. "You've worked so hard," she would say, draping her arms around my shoulders. "What's the point of making all this money if you never enjoy it?" It sounded reasonable. I'd spent so many years saving, building, and planning for the future. Maybe she was right. Then she started asking for money. At first it was small amounts, a loan to help her mother, a little extra for a special trip she had always dreamed of. Then came the big request. She wanted to start her own business, a high-end fashion boutique. She had the vision, the drive. She just needed funding. "I don't want to ask anyone else," she said one evening over wine. "I trust you, and when this business takes off, we'll be unstoppable together." I didn't hesitate. I transferred the money without a second thought. Weeks passed, then months. The boutique never opened. Every time I asked, there was a new excuse. The location fell through. The suppliers weren't reliable. The market wasn't right just yet, and yet she always had new jewelry, new clothes, weekend trips with her friends. I should have seen it. I should have listened when my best friend Jake warned me. "Alex, are you sure she's with you for the right reasons?" I laughed it off. Of course, she loves me. I was a fool. The night I discovered the truth started like any other. I had just returned from a business trip a day earlier than planned. I wanted to surprise Emily with dinner and a bottle of wine, something special just for us. I missed her while I was away. Even after all the doubts that had started creeping into my mind, I still loved her. I still wanted to believe in us. As I stepped into our apartment, I noticed something odd. The lights were dimmed, but the atmosphere wasn't warm or inviting. Instead, there was a strange tension in the air, an unfamiliar coldness. Then I heard her voice. At first, I thought she was talking to a friend, maybe planning a dinner or chatting about her day, but then I heard something that made my blood run cold. "Don't worry, baby," she whispered into the phone. "He has no idea. He'll transfer the money by next week, and then we're free." I froze in place, my heart pounding so hard it echoed in my ears. My fingers tightened around the bottle of wine I was holding. My mind raced. "No!" I must have misheard. "She's not talking about me. She wouldn't." I stepped closer to the bedroom, my breath shallow, my hands were shaking. With every step, dread settled deeper into my chest. I stood outside the slightly open door, listening. "He's so easy to manipulate," she continued, laughing softly. "I just have to act sweet for a little longer." My vision blurred. My entire body felt numb. I pushed the door open. Emily was sitting on the bed, her phone pressed to her ear, her legs casually crossed. When she saw me, she flinched. Her face drained of color. "Alex!" she stammered, quickly ending the call. "You're home early." I didn't say anything at first. I just stood there looking at her, my mind trying to process what I had just heard. "Who are you talking to?" I finally asked, my voice eerily calm. She hesitated. Just a friend." I took a slow step forward. "Give me your phone." She gripped it tighter. "Why? Alex, don't be ridiculous!" I grabbed it before she could stop me. My hands were trembling as I unlocked the screen, and there it was. Message after message. "He's so stupid. He thinks I love him. Just a little longer and we'll have everything. I can't wait to finally be with you for real, baby." I scrolled further, feeling my stomach twist into knots. Pictures, messages, plans. It had all been a lie. Every "I love you," every promise of a future together, it was all fake. She'd been playing me from the start. I looked up at her, my hands shaking. "How long?" My voice was barely above a whisper. She didn't answer. "How long have you been lying to me?" I demanded, louder this time. Her lips parted, but no words came out. I laughed bitterly, shaking my head. "Was anything real, Emily?" "Any of it?" She opened her mouth to speak, but I could see it in her eyes. She was searching for a way out, trying to come up with a lie that I would believe. I wasn't going to give her the chance. I threw the phone onto the bed and turned away, walking toward the door. I needed to get out of there. I needed air. "Wait!" she called after me, her voice desperate now. "Alex, please, let me explain." I stopped but didn't turn around. "There's nothing to explain," I said, my voice hollow. "I trusted you, and you used me." I walked out, leaving her standing there in silence. The next few days were a blur of anger, heartbreak, and disbelief. She tried to apologize, but every word felt like a dagger in my chest. It wasn't like that," she pleaded. "I did love you." I laughed bitterly. "You loved my money. That's not love." She begged me to forgive her, to give her another chance. But I was done. The financial loss was painful. I had transferred thousands into her so-called business, money I would never see again. But the emotional loss was worse. I had given her my heart, my trust, my future, and she had thrown it away for greed. I blamed myself. How could I have been so blind, so naive? For months I drowned myself in work. I avoided relationships. I built walls around my heart, refusing to let anyone in. But eventually I realized something important. Yes, Emily had used me. Yes, she had broken me, but she didn't destroy me. I rebuilt what I lost, not just financially, but emotionally. I became stronger, wiser. I learned that love isn't about gifts or grand gestures. It's about trust, honesty, and real partnership. Emily thought she had won. She took my money, but she lost something far more valuable, someone who truly loved her. And as for me, I walked away stronger with one unshakable truth. Real love cannot be bought.